I named it Napoli's. Takeout and delivery only. Lower overhead. And I priced everything $2 cheaper than Romano's. First week barely broke even. By week 3, I had lines. People said it tasted exactly like Romano's, but faster and cheaper. My cousin Frankie still worked at Romano's. He texted in June saying sales were down and Dad was blaming the economy. When Frankie mentioned some customers were trying the new place on Webster, Dad looked it up online and went completely silent. Frankie quit 2 weeks later and came to work for me. Dad called in September, said I was stealing his customers and killing Grandpa Joe's legacy. I asked whose business it was according to his will. He offered to buy my restaurant so I could come back to Romano's. I laughed and told him I finally had something that was actually mine. He said Romano's was a real establishment. Mine was just a takeout counter. I said his real establishment was losing to my takeout counter and hung up. Patricia called days later crying, saying I was destroying Dad's business out of spite. I asked if she remembered the will. She said I'd get it eventually. Why couldn't I be patient? I told her I'd been patient my whole life and hung up. March 2020 hit. My restaurant was already set up for contactless delivery and online ordering. Sales dropped 10%, then came back stronger. Romano's had to close their dining room and Dad didn't know how to do online orders. Their website still had 2015 hours listed. Frankie heard they were barely making rent. Dad called in May, quiet this time, asked if I'd reconsider selling, said he'd give me whatever he could afford. I asked how much. He said he'd have to check. That meant nothing. I said no. Romano's closed in October. Dad sold the equipment and got a job managing a Pizza Hut 2 towns over. Patricia went back to the dental office full-time.